Yes. Another day in the building, man. Talking to Ting, man. It's possible. And we here with Vance. We here, Vance. And Vance, man, I think that, your journey been going on for a long time. And we got to talk to you about that because I think that you have elevated from so far, right? And we're going to let the people know where you're coming from to where you're going.
Yes, sir.
So let me pass it to you so you can introduce yourself.
I got doing Vance Harris, senior at Archbishop Carroll High School, from Baltimore, based out of New York. Yeah, that's pretty much about me. I'm a track athlete, and that's pretty much about me.
Okay, Vance. I think that let's talk a little bit about that. So growing up as a kid, is it always track? Like, what was that like for you?
To a sense, it really was. Getting into track, it was like once I started getting good at it, and once I realized I had a love for it, it was like track. That was really on my mind. And having that shift from track to football as well, juggling between both, it was like, as a kid, I had a love for both of it. So it's really just been predominantly track. That's how people really saw me, just a track star.
But I had a conversation with you at Wolfpack after one practice, and you was just talking to me about running the 200 meter, right? And then I saw you on social media high jumping, like you talking to me about 200, but you killing the high jump.
Yeah.
So what happened between that? Are you still doing the 100, the 200, or you just focusing on the high jump?
I kind of dabble from sprinting from time to time. I've been high jumping for, I'd say, about 7 years, since 4th grade. So that's really been a predominant focus because that's what I'm going to college for. So, I tend to just focus on that. I don't have a problem running I don't like running now, to be honest, but still, high jump been the main focus. So that's really what I focus on because that's what I'm great at.
Okay, so let's step back a little bit. So you were talking about your childhood, right? So growing up in the community, you grew up right here, or you mentioned something about New York?
Yeah, my grandmother, my mother, both from the Bronx, so most of my family from that area, a little bit of Brooklyn too, so I just go back from summer to summers, visiting family and just being out there.
So at what age did you move to Baltimore?
I've been here most of my life, but I really started staying here around 7 years old. I would visit occasionally, but not as much because summer track really take up my time, so.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So track was something big.
Yeah.
But was it high jump first, or was it?
Nah, so when I first started track, it was about 7 years old. I started off with the 800 and the 400. I went to AAU Junior Olympics for the 800 my first year, and I think I went to JOs for the 800 for probably about the next 3-4 years. 2017 I was injured, so up until 2019, and in 2019 that's when I started high jump, qualified for Junior Olympics, and yeah, I got 9th in the nation that year. So my first time high jumping, I was like, oh yeah, I like this.
What was that when you compare to what you jumping today? What was you jumping back then?
Back then, I said about 4'10", 5 feet. So it's like,
okay,
to think as a 4th grader or 5th grader, looking back at it, if I was looking 7 feet, I'd be like, dang, this is high, man. This is high.
I would say I've came across a lot of athletes, right? Because I went to college on a track scholarship myself.
Yes,
the 100, the 200. But at my high school now, the best high jumper we had was jumping 6'5", right? And that was something that took him to state.
Yes,
I thought it was the best thing, right? So now when I see you doing something 6'10", 7 foot, it's yo, this is, I had to look at because when you're a sprinter, you kind of don't really look into the national rankings for who is doing what for high jump, right?
Yeah.
Just as a sprinter, I don't care about the mile.
Nice.
What I'm saying? I watch the mile, but while I'm warming up, but I'm not really invested in the mile. If my coach said, hey, we're gonna go warm, we gotta get in shape for the mile, using the mile to get in shape, I'm not gonna really take it serious. Some people who's gonna take it serious, who have to actually run the mile. As long as I finish and I get in shape. I'm a 100 meter, I'm a 200 meter runner. Quick, fast, I'm good. Some blocks work. So So get back to that. You doing the high jump and you jumping 5 foot. Like you said, you like this. Is it something that you're consistently working at?
Yeah, to be honest, it was like once I started to, because originally I only did high jump because of the multi, and then once I knew like high jump was my best event, I was scoring most of the points in that. I was like, oh, this is nice, and then I qualified for that. I really just started to, me and my coach, we just started to work on that predominantly, just focusing on high jump, how to get better in high jump, focusing on my form, and over the years, it was like we just put in that work over time. You know, late night practices. Even when the sprinters was done practicing, you know, I'm still at the high jump pit just practicing. Probably wrapping up practice around like 8 o'clock. You know, not leaving Owensville, I'm leaving Newtown High School till probably about like 8:15, 8:30. So as a 11-year-old kid, it's like I realized that's really what I want to do.
So how do you balance that between playing little league football? Because sometimes the further you go in track, the more time will take in the football.
Yeah, you know, definitely within my younger years of track and football, it was like I don't want to say it wasn't as serious, but being known for what I was doing on that level of track and coming to the football field or coming to the football team, it was like they knew who I was. They knew I was, you know, a track kid. So it's like they trusted in me to really, they trusted in my abilities to go ahead and produce for the team. And they kind of used me where I was best at. So it's like, it wasn't really too much of a problem. It didn't really take too much of my time. So it's like, I was able to balance that out, not until I got older, so.
Okay, so when the camera is off, right, and you're not competing, who is Vance? What do you enjoy doing?
To be honest, I be home, talk to the guys, talk to my mother most of the time, just to know her in the house. So yeah, be on the game sometimes, just playing 2K, whatever. But I kind of just like to take my focus off of high jump because I feel like thinking about the competition too much, it's like it messes your head up. So I take walks from time to time, you know, like to go outside. Sometimes I write, read my Bible occasionally. So, you know, it's like anything to not really think about high jump because even though it's something that I know I want to do, it's like think about it too much can really throw your focus off.
So football, play football, Wolfpack. Like, why not football in high school?
All right, so that last Wolfpack season, I'll be honest, that was rough. I enjoyed it though. Definitely. Concordia gave me a shot after they saw myself, MSJ gave BJ a shot, and Loyola gave Carter a shot. Even though we wasn't really out there winning games, we were still going out there and performing and balling out, giving it our best. So those schools really saw the best in us, and they gave us the opportunity. And I said, once I got to high school, once camp started, it was like, damn, you know, like.
So hold on, you mentioned gave you a shot. Are you talking about for high school?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up going to Concordia off football scholarship. So, you know, at the time I really enjoyed it. I was battling with injuries a little bit, and kind of like juggling with track because once camp started, you know, nationals came along. So, you know, like I said, coming out of high school, I was going with the track kids, you feel me? So they trusted in me, my abilities. But as time came upon, it's like, I realized it wasn't really something I loved, you know, like I was starting to fall in love with it. Something I've been playing for a real long time. It was just like, damn, I'm not really feeling it no more. So that's just kind of where my head was at.
So you transferred to Archbishop.
Yes, sir.
Right, like why?
In my honest opinion, I wanted to be seen at a national level. I felt like what I was doing my freshman and sophomore year, like it was good, it was great, but I wanted to be seen outside of Maryland. Like I wanted people to really know who Vance Harris was, so I wanted to make a name for myself and coming to Archbishop Carroll. I was able to do that my junior year, my first year there, so I'm just glad I was able to do that.
So jumping at Concordia, you didn't feel like you was getting that highlight?
To an extent, like in my school, everybody knew what I was doing. I broke a school record sophomore year, went Maryland #1. So I feel like I was definitely seen in Maryland, but I wanted to really be seen outside of there, outside of Concordia, outside of the MIAA. Wanted to be seen on a national level. So
okay, so you transferred to Concordia, and you soared into the history book there,
yes,
which you was the first high jumper to actually, you know, compete at the national level. Not just doing that, but winning that. Like, how did that make you feel when you know that your name is gonna be cemented in the school that you wanted to go to and you set a record?
It feels pretty good in my opinion. Looking back at freshman year, I think if someone had told me, you know, I'd be in that position, I probably wouldn't believe him, but you know, then again, I trust in God. So the fact that God gave me the power and the opportunity to put me in this position, it's just, I don't think it's too crazy. So I'm just very grateful for where I'm at. And yeah.
So when you got there, what were you jumping at that time?
The Carol?
Yeah.
I was jumping 6'10" and a quarter, so 6'11".
Okay.
Yeah.
And at that time, did they have someone that was competing at your level?
They had a high jumper, Drew Dillard. He got fourth at Nationals indoor and then got third at Penn Relays. My sophomore year, so 2024, he was jumping in 6'9", but they didn't really have like a 6'10", 6'11" high jumper. So they had coming into Carroll, it's like they had a high jumper that well, but not a high jumper that really was on the level that I was at. So winning nationals and, you know, going to these big meets, setting meet records, you know, he was, but just not necessarily as high as I was jumping. So
Got you. All right, so how do you feel? You competed at the district level, regional, state, national, you win in national. How did that make you feel that you won national? You was just the last guy standing at the podium right there, everybody looking up at you.
It felt good, you know, just looking back, reflecting on how much I've really been putting in the work and how much I've been working for it, you know. Like I said, mentioning Drew, you know, he was someone I really looked up to. So to see him compete at that national level and to go out there and excel, it's like, I wanted to be me. And then the next year, coming out there, I'm doing that. I'm just like, dang, it's crazy. Like seeing me on a big screen, like seeing everybody in the crowd just looking at me, just taking pictures with people, signing autographs. It's like, it felt so surreal because would have never really thought I'd be in that predicament. Or, and when I say that, just never knew what would come with winning nationals. So being in that predicament, it was an exciting feeling. It made me feel good about myself.
Okay. So even winning national, like you still compete after that?
Yes, sir.
Like, why do you do that?
Just to really get a feel on where I'm at. You know, I don't want to be burnt out per se, but I just want to really know, like, do I still have it? So just trying to stay consistent with myself and consistent with what I'm doing. Just to see, like, where I'm at, what to improve on, and how I can work on things. So
you got jumper of the year.
Yes, sir.
Like, do you feel that automatic because you win national, you're gonna get jumper of the year?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. Actually, yeah, but I feel like I was already doing big things within the DMV before winning nationals. So even if I didn't win that, it was like I was already kind of putting myself on the DMV, but that really just put me on the map. So I think that really like solidified it.
Okay, so when you look at those two awards, which one do you value more?
I say definitely. I still say Natty Champ. It's like you can get jumper of the year without being a Natty Champ, but being a Natty Champ, it's like you gotta really work for that. You know, like what comes with that is just a lot of accolades. You know, just possibility of being Gatorade Player of the Year, all those other things, and just a title within that. It's like that really stays with you forever.
Okay. So, and I see that. Something I saw on your page, right? Like you competed at an event and you end up on a watch.
Yes, sir.
Right? And that bring me back to a flashpoint area in my career when I was running. I remember me going to it's a trap meet in Miami, right? They call it, I forgot the name of it, but it was like they have the name of it. You give it a watch. It's like a gold watch, but the band is kind of leather band, and they have the name in there. It said track and field, and I got that watch, and I would wear that watch everywhere, right? And everyone see me with that watch. She was like, "Oh my God, you competed at the event?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know, we won that event, you know." And one day I was wearing the watch, and I saw the watch, the gold started I thought it was real gold, you know. The gold started to go away, and I took the watch off and I framed it because it meant so much to me, right? Because I earned that, you know. So, like, have you earned anything in track and field where you're just like, you know what, I don't even want to wear this right now.
Yeah, definitely. The watch, yes, I'm gonna lie, that's still in my room. Like, I don't expect to pull that out till prom, I ain't gonna lie, but still, that's definitely something I would frame. My nationals medal, it's just something that really like means a lot to me because it's just like I work real hard for this, and it's only so much that I feel as if I can be in that predicament again and probably win again. So it's like I gotta take advantage of what I have. So I say probably those two, and I'm looking forward to having more.
Okay, so let's pull back. So being a star athlete, right? You go out there, you compete everywhere on big stages and stuff like that. But when you come back to that high school and come back to that community, the younger kids who are trying to do big things or who they might not even trying to be a jumper, but they want they looking at you, it was like, oh my God, he's doing it. So we can do it too. Inspire those younger generations so they can, become the future. How did that make you feel walking through the hallway, knowing that you hear your name, that Vance just won state, just won national. You're going through the community and the little kids be like, hey man, how did you do that?
It feels good. It definitely helps to keep me going. I'll say that. It's one of the main reasons why I continue to keep working and excelling, because the harder I work, the more that comes with that. So I said, definitely just helping the youth. It makes me feel good about myself, because at the end of the day, I'm a guy who wants to see everybody be great. I see a little kid high jumping. He may be proud with his PR, may not be hot. I still going out there just encouraging him to do better, because at a point I was there. So I always want everybody to excel and be on that level. And I want everybody to be great. So I'm always willing to push everybody to their limit and past where they think they could go, where I see the potential. So yeah, it just makes me feel good, and it always makes you want to like just get that encouragement back, because at the end of the day, I would always want someone to be on that level, because growing up, I got that encouragement, so why not give it back?
No, definitely. Have someone ever said something to you which make you feel that, dang, that's powerful?
Definitely. My former coach, Coach Rod, shout out to him. I said my sophomore year at nationals, I didn't do as well. I think I jumped 6'7", and God, I only jumped like 17 3/4, and I just was like, I took that loss on the chin. Like it really hit me. But he said these L's aren't for learning, or these L's aren't for losses, they're for learning. So I really just took that, and it really stuck with me. Him and definitely my mother. She done tell me a whole bunch of things. She done talked to me all these years. She been my #1 supporter. She been on my side no matter what. So I say every time she talked to me, those words really stick with me. And just being able to go out there and perform, that's my way of giving back to her, because that's what I really do it for.
Okay. Anyone in your family that's performing at a high level, like before you?
None that I can really think of right now. Mom was a track star. Dad was a football player.
Okay.
Yeah, she don't really like to talk about it, because she like to know.
Don't know your dad?
Oh Mr. Walter.
What?
Yeah, he was a football player.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't really play like high school. He also played like rec, but then he became a basketball coach once he got to like house school. So like definitely when I got into basketball, it was like something that he was really into. So yeah, but probably those two, those are my role models. So I look up to them, and everything I do is just for them.
Who's your favorite athlete of all time? And it don't have to be a jumper, just your favorite athlete of all time.
Sure. Favorite athlete of all time. Definitely my favorite athlete, I'd have to say Amin Thompson, basketball player for the Rockets. He's a wonderful athlete, looking at him, it's like, I used to look at his highlights, like when I was probably about sophomore year, when I was hooping, like I'd be lifting, like just looking at Amin Thompson highlights, just like, damn, I got bounce here. So, I'd be on the leg press, be squatting, and I think that definitely gave me more grit. So just looking up to him, it's like, it gave me more grit, it gave me a better work ethic, because I wasn't really focusing on like oh, I gotta jump this, I gotta jump that. I would just focus on just my bounce. So, it's like all that stuff really came natural come track season. So yeah, I say that's probably my all-time favorite athlete.
Okay. No, I mean, everybody have different type of favorite athlete, man. Track and field, mine is Maurice Green. I like Maurice Green, watch him run, as a kid, but, I just like how he just performed, but Kobe, all of that, all these guys are great.
Yeah.
They put a lot of work in, as long as you put the work, you don't cheat, the system, and because again, you want to see you get to that level.
Of course.
But senior year, right? And that become very tough because now you're looking at, I'm a senior, I'm performing, I got this going on, that going on, but I also have to make decisions, right? So I saw you, narrow down your choices to the top 3, but it seems like it was the top 6, and I see you kind of put Miami, say no, right? So let's talk about the bottom 3 first. I think the bottom 3 was Penn State, Miami, and University of Maryland, which is in the backyard.
Those are like the 3 that I talked to before I narrowed it down to like my top 3 before I made my decision. So definitely Maryland. I talked to the Maryland coach my sophomore year. Pretty cool guy, but then we didn't really stay in contact very much. So it's like, yeah, I just was like, nah, this ain't for me. Plus it's like, it's too close, My mom, she could pull up there in 40 minutes. I'm like, can't do that, man.
I feel that.
And Miami, it's a pretty good program.
Sunshine, man, sunshine.
Yeah, it's like, I really liked it, but it's just like, nah, I don't really see myself there. I kind of enjoyed it. Kind of enjoyed talking to the coach, staying in contact with him, but it's like, it ain't really my style. And Penn State,
good track environment.
Yeah, it's a great track environment, definitely. Real cold up there, but it's still, I wouldn't have hated going up there, but I just decided it was like, nah, it's not really my style. So, then I went on my 3 visits, South Carolina, Pitt, and North Carolina A&T, and that's when I was like, all right, it's between these 3, because, I really like these coaches, I like these schools, it's like, I like what they doing.
Why A&T?
A&T, I've been around there for a real long time, so definitely, it felt like home. Like the hospitality was great. Like that visit don't owe me nothing else. Like literally, it felt so natural just being there and competing there for a good amount of years because of AAU. It was like coming back. It's just like damn, like I've competed here. I won nationals here, ran this track. It's like to be coming here and actually like practice on this field. It's like it felt like a dream. So,
AAU is a HBCU.
NK's HBCU.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like I really like it. And the fact the HBCU environment too, it's like I feel real good. So I'm just really looking forward to coming to the CAA. So yeah, shout out to them, Mackie Pride.
So the training and the things that you need to get to the next level. When you visit, did you see those things?
Of course.
Okay.
I definitely saw that. The coaches, wonderful. Been talking to Coach Hopkins, shout out to her for probably about a cool, I say it's almost, I think June will be, or August will be 2 years. So been talking to her since August of my sophomore year, and she's been the most consistent, making sure I've been been able to talk to her, open up to her. Just it felt real comforting, real comfortable, just speaking to her about these things. And definitely, I would just love to be under her belt, or I'd love to be part of that team. So yeah, just glad I made the right choice.
Okay. Big question for you now, because now the way how sports are today, right?
Yes, sir.
You good? You're doing good. Football, basketball, track and field, whatever you were doing, right? They got these NIL deals now, right? So where are you with that? Did they offer you any type of NIL deal?
Not necessarily. I ain't really offering no NIL deal. Even if I don't get no NIL coming out of high school, it's like I won't be too mad. I don't really look for the money. I'm just looking forward to doing these great things because it's something I love. So, yeah.
But talking about that, sports is things that you're looking to like propel yourself to the next level.
Yes,
if the calling come around, right? let's say after sophomore year, and you have the chance to go pro, would you do it?
It's a tricky one. You coming hot with these questions. I say it would just depend how my freshman and sophomore year, or it depends how my freshman year go. Same my sophomore year. If I feel like I need a little bit more time, I wouldn't take it. But if it feel right, if I feel like I'm ready, like maybe. Cause like I said, I ain't really in it for the money, just planning to do great things. But then again, I gotta look out for my future. So just whatever comes with my freshman and sophomore year, then I think that'll really determine the decision.
Okay, right. The reason I'm asking these questions is because I feel like with our athletes today, they don't really get the proper, education beyond when they make this money. So we talk about financial literacy, right? I know you probably see 30-30, right? A lot of athletes get the opportunity to go out there and, which is great, make good money, do all these things, but they don't invest these things, right? And we all got family, everybody want to be blessed, hey, this, that. So when you think about financial literacy, do you feel like you got enough of that to know exactly what's going on in today's society and how to invest yours?
Yeah. So fun fact, my junior year coming to Care, I took a financial literacy class. Shout out to Ms. Wilson. It really taught me a lot. I didn't think it was going to affect me outside of school, but just learning about the class, learning stuff about how to manage your money, NIL stuff, things of that nature. It was like, whoa. I was like, damn, this is really a lot. So I feel like I kind of got that knowledge a little bit, and hopefully I want to learn more my freshman year at college. So like I said, when the time is presented, or the opportunity presented, I know what I'm getting myself into. I don't want to make a reckless decision, and it's like the money there, but it's not enough for me. So it's like, I gotta really know what I'm getting myself into. So I feel like I definitely got the knowledge for that.
Yeah, sometimes I hear some of these athletes speak, man, and it's pretty cool just to hear that they're doing. So I was listening to he's a cornerback, I forgot his name, and he was like, man, I'm doing this thing, I bought this, I invest into properties and stuff like that too. Because again, I mean, you just have to, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people only get so much years. You don't never know when you get hurt or it's gonna just stop. You don't make 30 million your whole life, unless you're making the right moves for that to happen, so just got to make sure that you make the right move, so next questions for you. Going to A&T, I think that there's so much there that you can do. So what do you plan to major in?
At first, I was just real strong in kinesiology, just exercise science, and I was going to graduate, become a chiropractor, but I've kind of been looking into it, so maybe I might study in biology.
Okay.
In my mind, it might be kinesiology to fall back on, either that or business. And then after that, probably go to med school so I could become a pediatrician.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, man, it's always good to have some type of, structure of what you want, because again, going to college, man, a lot of people don't understand it. It's student athlete. That means student come first. You don't perform in the classroom.
You don't perform outside.
Yeah, you don't get to play. You don't get to do things. Plus also, not everyone make it pro. So that means that there have to be some type of, control of what I'm going to do in the future. Like, am I going to be a XYZ? And you could even go pro and later on still use that knowledge behind it and do big things, right? Cool. That those things open door for you, but you have to prepare yourself for it while you're in college. Okay, so, but go to college and you say, I'm majoring in this, but there's different things out there, right? So there's organization like business organization that you can join, but also there's fraternities. So are you looking to pledge?
Shoot, I don't know, it's a lot of people, they're like, yeah, you on HBCU, you might as well pledge. I'm like,
you're gonna see it. The reason I asked that question because you are gonna see it.
Yeah, it's definitely like influence. It might get me, but coming from a background, family background of alphas, it's like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm an alpha.
Real?
Yeah.
A lot of my my uncles, they pledge Alpha, you know, definitely looking forward to having a conversation about that. But it's one of those things where it's like I've seen it. Like all the videos I've been on, like I done seen it, man. See the noobs, you know, see everybody, you know, it's just like just coming to college, it's just kind of a thing where it's like, if I do this, how would I be able to juggle between sports? And even if I don't necessarily think about it that way, it's a matter of if I'm really ready to commit to that. So,
I mean, it's hard to say right now. Like, I think that, you know, as a senior in high school who have you so much to focus on when you thought about, like, you know, you don't even have grades yet, right, in college, and you have not competed yet in college. You know, your mind is to get in and start put the work in. But I'm just saying, you know, having this conversation because I know you're gonna see these things, right? But you spoke about Alpha a little bit, like it wasn't it would not be the decision.
No. Alpha, if I did pledge, that would definitely be the decision. That's the first decision. But I think like I told my uncles, it just depends how the freshman year would go. Just seeing how things are, if I could multitask, if I could juggle things around, if I could, you know, might give it a shot. But if not, then you know, it's just like I'm fine with just not pledging.
It's always grad chapter, you know. It's always grad chapter. Again, you know, you just want to make sure you happy first.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell people that make sure you happy first, you know, but those things are going to be right at your front door. You're going to see them. Not saying they're going to walk up to you and say, hey, but you're going to see the little plot out there, strolling, step in, you know, all them things. You're going to go through a few of them. There's no way you're not going to not say, okay, Mom, no, I haven't been at any party, any house party. It is going to happen. You just have to make sure that, I mean, the young man that your mom raised understand the importance of why you are there.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, I always go out just representing, you know, like just going out there representing for my mother. Cause like I said, I'm Angie's son, so you know, it's like I never want to like disappoint her or embarrass her. So all the things I do is just all the things she taught me, you know, self-respect, things of that nature.
Anything scare you going to college?
Probably not. Only thing I really be like nervous about is just what's after that. But I don't want to say like that's a long time from now because it'll just pop up like that. You know, senior year, high school, it's like you just came out of nowhere. It's like, damn, I was just a freshman. But I'm definitely gonna take my time, you know, take advantage of all the opportunities and all the time that I have now. So I think that really be the only thing I'd just be scared about. Other than that, though, nah.
Yeah. Big question for you. I went to school in Fort Lauderdale, and you know, I lost one of my great friend in high school. And the reason why I'm asking that, something you promote on your page is Fly High Jaded. What do that mean for you?
So we're in 2022, January 6, 2022. I lost my cousin, Jaden Harris. So most of the time, or not most of the time, all the time when I'm competing, I pray. I always competing to just do it for him. I always say everything for Jaden, E for J. When I won nationals, that's what I had written on the back of my bed. So you know, I'm taking the pictures.
Yes.
I had E for J, you know, all that on there. So it's definitely something that took a toll on me in 2022. It's been 4 years, so it's like I haven't really been grieving as much, but you know, I still like to just remember who I do it for. And when I think back, every single competition when I do well, it's like I did it for him. I know he'd be real proud. So I'm just very grateful for all the stuff that I've done. And I know if he was here, he'd just be more than proud. Just been talking to me, just letting me know I'm doing great things and just pushing me to keep going. So yeah, that's really why I promote it. And definitely that'll go all the way, like even when I'm an adult, you know, like I said, because that's just what I do it for. So long live him.
If you don't mind me asking, how did he pass?
He woke up, had a seizure, come waking up from a nap, and yeah, I think I came from school one day, or it was practice. My mom told me, and I was just like, damn, like I was in the room, like I was just in a slump for probably about a month or some change. It was all I could think about. It's just like you're really not here. So you know, I just kind of like to keep a positive mindset about him. I still call my uncle and my auntie, making sure they good. Let them know and update them every time I compete, cause it's just like I said, I know he'd be real proud if he was here. So he's just one of the main reasons why I keep going. He really will push me.
Okay, dang, that's big. That's big. Did he competed in any other sports with you?
Now he didn't do track. He played football at Perry Hall High School. He was supposed to graduate that year in 2022, but yeah, he didn't make it. So definitely, I know he would have been doing great things. Him, my cousin Brendan, my cousin Araya, you know, we still talk to each other, and my cousin Leah. Brendan, he's I want to say at Frostburg State, graduated from Delaney. He played football, ran a little bit of track, so you know, him, Jaden, and I were really like the athletes of the family. But I think Jaden wanted to run track, so I think he did want to run track, but it wasn't really something he got into. So yeah.
Okay. Like something that you had to give thanks for, and I think that I see you post that you said thank you to 3 people in this photo that have stayed by your side all through.
Yeah.
Are those the 3 people you're talking about?
Nah, the 3 people I was talking about, Jalea, Chase, and Kari. Kari up at Notre Dame right now, just left actually. So Chase Mitchell, she at Carroll right now. She transferred in. Jalea Curry, she at East Carolina University. Those 3, they were the first people I met when I came to Owings Mills Track Club, and they still by my side since. It's really just been that friend group, and you know, I'm just real grateful to have them, to see how well they're excelling. Chase recently committed to Virginia Tech, so I'm proud to really call them my sisters and brothers. I know they can say the same for me, and really, they're really my backbone, so I know who I can fall back on. I'm real grateful for them, because it's been nothing but support from those 3 when it comes to me competing, and I know I've had that support and vice versa. So those are just the 3 people that I'm real grateful for when it came to this track journey and picking at college, because I know I could rely on them for that support, that love, and all of it. So yeah.
Okay, so it seems like you got a big event coming up that you're going to be competing, which is the VA Showcase from January 16th to January 18th. What's different about this event to the other events that you're competing in?
VA Showcase is like, that's really like national before nationals, you know, everybody competing there. Because, you know, with nationals, it's like, there's different athletes. Just like Texas athletes, people on the West Coast who are Nike athletes, they go to Nike Nationals, and New Balance athletes pretty much on the East Coast. So it's like, I think VA Showcase is really when all the athletes come together, everybody compete against each other. And definitely it's like, it's really gonna be a battle to remember, because this really gonna prepare you for nationals. One thing I'm really excited for, I ain't really talking about, but competing against my great friend Ryan Buskey, 7'2" high jumper coming to Georgia. We've had that rivalry, you know, since freshman year, but still being close and great friends. Just, I know our feuds and our competition-based competitiveness isn't really going to tear our friendship apart, because in the end, at the end of the competition, we would hug each other and, you know, just congratulate each other. So definitely, it's going to be something to remember. I'll let everybody know that now. So.
Okay. So there's some big, you know, companies where people have the opportunity to sign to. Puma, Nike, Adidas. If you have the opportunity to sign to one of these, which one would you pick?
Sure. Dang, growing up, looking at Javon Harrison, you know, Puma high jumper, I think that really it really made me want to sign with Puma. You know, like, I really like Puma a lot, but now I think I can confidently say Nike. I've been a Nike guy for pretty much most of my life, so, you know, it's like, I would think I'd confidently sign with Nike. You know, NCAT being a Nike school too, it's like pretty much something I'm already used to, so.
Okay. So, I think this brought us to the end of the interview, but again, now that you're going to college and you won't just be in the area, can Wolfpack still see you pop in and pop out?
Of course, you know, even going to the competition, I'm always representing for Wolfpack, you know, because that's my roots. So definitely I'd love to come back, just see the Wolfpack people, see the kids, you know. Because it's where I started at, and you know, Wolfpack definitely shaped who I am now. So I would just love to come back and see them. Same with Onyx Mills, you know, that's really who made me. So I'd love to come back and see them. All the people, all the teams, all the organizations that really like put me in the position that I'm at now, I can never switch up. So it's definitely, I could comfortably say Wolfpack, I come back to, you know, and be looking forward to just seeing them after doing big things in high school and college.
Okay. So I think that is, when you think about you as a kid and where you at, I have to leave you with this question. What message do you have for the younger generation who are probably were in your shoe at that time, you know, who's trying to, you know, elevate themselves and having a opportunity to just compete and go to college and just do their thing?
That's just, I'll definitely say keep going, y'all. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna have some battles. There's gonna be some times where you feel like I'm not really good at this. This is really for me. Just know it is, and I definitely say just keep going no matter what. Trust in yourself. Trust in what your parents got you in, because your parents believe in you, and trust in God. So yes, just keep going.
No, definitely, man. Thank you very much for having you. It's a pleasure.